Good afternoon and welcome to the briefing from the Board of Directors of Gen4Me Group, which was hosted on Monday, January 11th of 2021. My name is Oleg Lipovetsky and I will be translating on behalf of all the speakers today. Valery Ostrikov speaking. Good afternoon, dear colleagues and friends, and today we have a conference during which we will answer the most recently submitted questions regarding the future development of our application and project, as well as we will cover the latest news and updates. Let's get right to answering the questions. How will Gen4Me's reputation be influenced by the fact that Synesis was sanctioned? Why does Synesis' website not show any information about Gen4Me? They previously had Gen4Me on their website as a project that they work on, but not anymore. Synesis has removed all of the projects that it is currently working on from its website in order to avoid hurting the projects that they are working on and their reputation. Our reputation does not get influenced by the sanctions imposed on Synesis in any way, as we work autonomously while we continue working with them. In any case, our team of developers is fully autonomous and is not involved. It would be great if a company that is registered in European Union with such a structure of shareholders would provide a full financial report on the project monthly or quarterly. Previously, this standard reporting was provided during annual conferences for partners which were hosted in Moscow and Minsk. Due to the ongoing pandemic, such conferences were cancelled, although we are currently working on implementing a new format for providing such data. In terms of expenses, they still remain as the same four directions: development, promotion, administrative expenses, and the referral program. In terms of legislation, our company is not a public company and we are not legally obligated to provide such information into open access. Moreover, since we have several companies, gathering all the information from several companies in a way for investors to comprehend it is rather complicated, while we will try to find a solution to this matter that would satisfy all the needs of the investors. I would like to ask the management to provide a plan and main stages, goals for media, and the budget issued for fast-forwarding the notion over the next few weeks. In terms of, are we able to find a buyer based on the funds we currently have and continue the development process? Or do partners need to increase the amount of sales or shares from current levels, 109,000 shares over the past 2 months, in order to generate additional funds for furthering both directions of work? This question will be answered in much detail during the briefing with developers and marketers on January 18th. They will discuss all the efforts that will be implemented, while we always encourage a higher turnover, as it is always allowing us more maneuverability and broader capabilities in terms of intensifying development and promotion of the application. I would like to ask the management to please provide a plan, average timeframes, and milestones on how the project's recognition levels will be grown on the market. The project that will be issued for this purpose, will it be financed for existing financial resources, or does it require to sell the project sooner? Remaining shares for finalizing the development. We follow our established roadmap, as we've attained all the notions that were set for 2020 through that. Moreover, we will also be releasing a roadmap for 2021, as well as a plan of marketing events shortly. In regards to the remaining amount of shares, this amount will be enough to finalize the development process. In terms of marketing, this aspect will be discussed separately and will require a separate solution, which will be provided in the nearest time. Once you receive the plan, you'll be assured of how promotional activity for the application will increase. I am worried by the fact that we devote so much money to the referral programs in terms of percent from the sales and shares for financing a major promotional campaign. Can the management reassure the investors that we will not run out of funds this year, as we only have 900,000 shares left? Our project would not exist if not for the referral program. The referral program serves as the project's core element. Yes, we do use other sources of financing, such as selling Eurobonds, and there were bonds sold for almost 1 million euro already, yet they do not serve as the core and essential component of the project's financing today. Moreover, the referral program allows to attract a large amount of people who are interested in developing and promoting the project further, as well as they help to make the project more global and in demand, while practically any investor participates in promotion of the application, either directly or indirectly. Despite the fact that the question regarding the sale is answered not precisely by referring to 50 million of users, current realities are that the amount of shares is rapidly decreasing, which means the project's financing will also end. Due to this fact, another question arises. What will happen next when the shares run out but the project is not sold yet? Once again, our roadmap depicts that we continuously achieve all the set goals that are listed for the year. We believe that there are enough shares at this time to finalize the development of the project, while in terms of promotion we will discuss that aspect separately. We are also currently revamping our advertising campaign in certain regions of the world in order to make it more efficient. As an investor, I am interested in the required amount of funds needed to finalize the work. This is a rather general question, as the exact amount needed cannot be answered and named. While we have a distinct strategy to attain the final goal, yet how much funds it will require is a notion that is constantly subject to change. What conditions and criteria will initiate the first stage of negotiations for the sale of the application? We are having various negotiations at times, both regarding the sale of the application or its separate entities, while we have not been made a decent offer yet. We keep on working hard in order to raise the value of our application and obtain higher offers. Will we ever achieve our goals? Yes, we will continue working hard day by day to keep on following our roadmap. So far, we've attained each of the set notions in our roadmap, which does depict that we are continuously achieving what we are striving for. In my opinion, Gem4me is lacking presence even in the Russian segment. Not many know about it, without even the global part mentioned. 2021 will be the year of success for applications for exchanging messages, and we have to also work on marketspace, as it has a global potential. It is best to focus more on promoting the application and internationalize the business beyond CIS countries. We do agree with your statement and continue introducing all new marketing materials, which are now in English language first, which then get translated to other languages as needed. We are also closely working on gaining a larger market portion in various regions of the world, while continuing to introduce in-demand functionalities tailored to various regions of the world, which does take time. Does the project assume an additional emission of shares? What company documents discuss this notion? We have a company that owns shares of the messenger, the sales of shares of which has ended as is closed. We also have a company that owns shares of marketspace, where there will not be any additional emissions of shares after they run out. During the briefing on November 11th, the offer to combine shares of marketspace and messenger was positively received. As the result, how are you intending to do so, given that many investors have different amounts of shares of the messenger and marketspace separately? How will the process of combining take place for investors who join later and only have shares of marketspace? And do you agree with the following? 1 share of the messenger plus 1 share of marketspace is more than 1 share of marketspace. We do like this idea, and we are potentially reviewing this possibility, as it would also increase overall the value of the application as a whole. Once this topic is off the ground, we will discuss and review this option with everyone and discuss the potential outcomes. Additionally, marketplaces are the new tool for small and medium businesses to survive and prosper. Even private entities can access a large audience of potential customers all over the world with minimal starting expenses. Moreover, the variety of services offered and is also the foundation of stability and increasing our value, as various market segments will use various services depending on their preferences and needs, which is what we are currently working on. We are building a system that unites all of these needs of users all over the world, which also increases the value of our whole ecosystem, both in terms of global and local services offered. 2021 will continue to be the year for major breakthrough for online commerce, a sector that we are currently actively participating in as we speak. And on this note, I would like to thank you for your questions and time, as I am now passing the word to Alexander Kachinovsky, the member of the Board of Directors, who will discuss and continue our conference today, as well as will host the last stage of our New Year's lottery. Alexander Kachinovsky speaking. Greetings, dear colleagues and friends, and let's now continue our conference with answering more of the questions that we received, as we did receive quite a lot of them this time, followed by some traditional news and the last stage of our New Year's lottery. Is the board of directors not concerned about the slow growth in the amount of downloads of the Messenger? At these rates, we will never gain the necessary amount of users, and something needs to be done. For instance, YouTube has many videos about our Messenger, yet only older people are talking about it, which keeps the younger generations away from it. 3/4 of the internet is younger generations, and our project is quite young. Firstly, an average age of a head of a startup in Silicon Valley is 42 years old. Over the course of 2020, we were diligently working on improving our application technologically in order for younger generations, bloggers, and etc. to advertise our project and have technological capabilities up to date. This year, we will be paying utmost attention to targeting new audiences and regions, while the marketing team is taking a totally new approach to the topic of promotion and advertising our project, which is fully technologically ready. 2020 has ended, yet we are not even halfway to 50 million of users. We gain value due to our services even without the 50 million of users. This is an example from just last week, when Elon Musk said not to use WhatsApp Messenger as it shares personal user data with its parent company, Facebook, and said to instead use Messenger Signal on Twitter. This is a true depiction of how fast a messenger can grow in a matter of just a few days. Over the weekend, Signal was the most downloaded application in Finland. Signal writes on Twitter that most downloaded regions are India, Germany, France, Austria, and Switzerland. Users of the service also state that Signal is most downloaded in Netherlands, Egypt, and Kenya. Hoping that our Gem4Me will also become a worldwide know needs more marketing and advertising. Moreover, working on the Messenger initiated back in 2013, and not many even knew about Signal's existence, and yet it merely took off all over the world in just a matter of a day. The market of messengers is very fluid and consists of very young applications that are continuously shifting its positions. It is evident that the value of the messenger consists of three main aspects: functionality, having financial transactions and monetary flows in it, and the amount of users. How can we estimate a value of 1 billion if only functionality was added to the application ever since previous valuation? There were no monetary flows and still none today. The amount of users grew only so slightly. Users are the core aspect that determines the value of the messenger. We do not agree with this statement, as the messenger Slack, which is worth $24 billion in December of 2020, only has about 1 million of users currently. The amount of users is not the defining factor for the value of the messenger, while the example with the messenger Signal depicts how rapidly the amount of users can grow in a matter of a day if the application is technologically ready to host that many users. We've made a huge leap forward in terms of functionality back in 2020, and 2021 we will be paying utmost attention to promotion and introduction of monetary services and financial flows within the application. The numbers are dissatisfying. When we are told that capitalization grows by $550,000 per day, even with $1 million daily dollar growth, in 1 month it is 30 million, in a year 360 million, in 10 years 3.6 billion. Is the snowball effect really this profound that it could potentially allow to reach 30 billion in a matter of 6 months? 6 months, as the project will turn 5 years in May of this year, similar to all the other alternative projects. Similar to the example with Tesla, the shares of the stock grew by 10 or more times over the course of 2020, while Elon Musk created Tesla back in 2003, and for 15 years everyone would deny him financing and would tell him that he would fail and that EV vehicles would not be needed in the future. His determination and continuance to follow the goals and the attainment is key, which is exactly what we are doing with our project. How will you recommend for shareholders to act towards banks after Gem4Me is sold at the planned price? Banks will block our cards in 2 to 3 days after large sums of funds are sent to our accounts. We will have to provide documentation proving that the funds were received in a legal and just way. Do we have to provide these documents to banks ahead of time prior for the funds being transferred? The large amounts of this size are not sent to a bank card, and of course, any bank has a cutoff amount of about $10,000 that sets off a red flag, and banks seek explanation for the origin of such funds until they unlock them. Of course, the bank needs to know the origin of the funds in advance, and there will be appropriate documentation to prove the origin of the funds provided to every shareholder. What will the company's management do in case the fiat currencies are transferred to digital? This is partially in terms of receiving payment after the application is sold. If this was to happen, the transfer would take at least several years, if not decades, yet the shareholders would receive their appropriate amounts regardless of the format. During the conferences, it was stated that the company has already sold Eurobonds on Nasdaq platform worth about 500,000 euro. Then please explain why on their page it says €0. Yes, at this time the page does depict zero as due to coronavirus and complications with traveling the first quarter of 2021. We will also have a transaction for approximately €500,000 more, and we hope that the numbers will be depicted on the website once the technical delays due to traveling are eliminated. What prevents the custodian company, which will be receiving all the funds from the sale of the application, from forwarding the funds to their accounts instead of the board of directors and the shareholders? We have a highly detailed legal structure of the company and its management, while the custodian company is not an independent company with its own management, but rather is a company of our group that is managed by the same team. On what resources can we view the information regarding the enlistment of shareholders in a European registry of shareholders? There is not a general European registry of shareholders, as there are thousands of companies with millions of shareholders, and each country has its own registries. You can obtain certificates from our registry itself depicting ownership of your shares, and you can request so on our website. Why is the company so kind and allows for common people to purchase shares of up to $100,000? Is it not easier to use business angels with small percentage and receive more funds faster to finalize the project sooner? As mentioned before, the initial stages of financing are the most challenging ones for an application. 99% of startups fail during initial stages as they lack proper financial resources. We chose this financial model based on our referral program that allowed us to get through the most challenging stages. At this stage, we are also selling Eurobonds, and venture investors are continuously investing in the continuous development of our application today. Is it possible that if the sales amount is not high enough and the CCA distribution, earlier investors with coefficient of 0.25 to 0.5 will receive less for their shares than what they've invested 3 to 4 years ago when there was no CCA in place? What mechanism and limitations are you reviewing in order to prevent the situation from unfolding? With the dynamic of growth in the value of our application, this scenario is highly unlikely, although no one can predict what could happen in these unprecedented times. We believe in our project and its continuous growth and its success. Therefore, this scenario is not of concern just yet. Please discuss more about options when purchasing packages. How long will this be available for? This will be discussed in further detail during the promotion section of today's conference. The company needs to prepare quality and detailed marketing materials in English language about GM4Me, which we'll be able to share on social networks, not only in English language but also in Spanish for Latin America and French as well. We are currently working on this. The required materials are being prepared in several languages, and a portion of them are already being used in the marketing campaigns that are carried out in certain regions of the world. In case you haven't noticed, our latest videos have been getting released in English first, after which the translation to other languages is implemented. This work will actively continue in the future, and its volume will only increase. Our marketers will also discuss this topic in further detail during their upcoming briefing. With the latest events in the world, especially in the United States, where the president is getting blocked on most means of mass communication, we wanted to depict what our application offers at this time. Anyone for that matter can be babbled at any band at any time, with dozens of millions and many followers. Independent messengers, therefore, will become more in demand due to this factor. One of the core advantages of ours is the fact that our application offers no bans, no censorship and no politics. You can start from scratch with Gem4Me Messenger. There are no politics, it is in trend, and we have an area of peaceful communication open to anyone. Let's now continue our conference with some traditional news and the last stage of our lottery. As part of the generous referral program, each week we summarize the results of the earnings and work conducted, as well as the weekly earnings of those active partners. As you can see, the geography of those partners and investors is widespread over the course of last week in many countries. So we had 43 investors from 11 countries with earnings of more than 1,000 euro, 28 investors from 9 countries with more than 2,000 euro. 13 investors from 7 countries with more than 5,000 euro, and 5 investors from 5 countries with more than 10,000 euro in a matter of just 1 week. And our top earning partner of last week earned 15,530 euro. What a great way to end the year. These are the average profitability rates of our projects for those partners and investors who wish to earn not just when the project is finished and is sold, but also while it is currently being developed. Let's make these amounts more frequent over the course of this year, and we are confident that this is the time when big amounts can and will be earned. Moreover, we also have the main winner of the Gem4Me Santa contest, who is Sinta Mega. She is the winner of the New Year contest from Indonesia, and she won a sewing machine with tools and fabric. Sinta Mega is a woman who is temporarily working in Hong Kong while she dreamt of a sewing machine and asked Gem4Me Santa for it for her mother, who will now be able to sew clothing that she can gift and sell to others. It will truly help her family. If this business continues to develop, she will add several more sewing machines once she returns from Hong Kong to give work to her neighbors, as many lost their jobs due to the pandemic. She truly wants for others to work and earn as well, and this present from Gem4Me is devoted to her mother. They are very happy and grateful for the opportunity. As a reminder, our schedule of conferences for the following few weeks is depicted on the slide, so be sure to submit any questions you may have in order for developers and marketers to prepare diligent answers. Let's now continue our conference by discussing the latest promotions that are currently in effect at this time. The remaining amount of shares is decreasing rather fast, so be sure to take advantage of getting some at the prices that are current. And we have now broken the 1 million of remaining shares benchmark, and the prices will be growing thereafter. We've decided to extend some of the promotions until February 1st of 2021. Therefore, the Maximized Advantages promotion for your advantage is still available and can be used. Don't forget of our CCA 10 Powerful Surrounding promotion, which is also available, and it is also extended until February 1st of 2021. The recently introduced Complete Your Career by the End of the Year promotion is still available and allows you to keep on advancing on the career ladder further. Please note, the green color depicts the amount of shares that investors received previously before this promotion for closing new career qualifications for all the steps, while the yellow depicts a new and changed amounts through this marvelous promotion. And as you can see, you would previously receive an additional 810 shares for closing all the career steps, and now that number is much higher to further motivate your hard work. So be sure to take this extremely rare chance and boost your career while it is still available until February 1st for your use. The bonus for the New Year promotion is also coming to an end, so be sure to take advantage of its profitable conditions while they're still available, as well as the promotion is also getting an extended validity period with a bonus amount of 30 additional % until January 11th. Unfortunately, this promotion has now ended. Additionally, buyers of large packages also receive an encouraging amount of shares depicted on the slide. This will last from November 30th through February 1st of 2021, and the shares are for buyers of large packages and their sponsors. And now, a very new and recent promotion for our project: receive an option for the shares, never seen before. A buyer receives an option to purchase any packages of shares in February through March at a lower price per one share when making a purchase during the validity period of the promotion. When using the option, the sponsor receives up to 50% of shares and does not receive personal bonus. However, owners of options can also transfer their options to other members in their structures. As mentioned before, the prices of shares are increasing, which you can see depicted on the slide. However, the prices of all packages increase will freeze and remain the same until February 1st, but will continue increasing by 1% thereafter. Familiarize yourself with this table to be aware of the upcoming changes. And lastly, we're all very excited for the year of 2020 to now have ended, and the traditional New Year's lottery with marvelous prizes for buyers and their sponsors allows to test everyone's luck and celebrate. The lottery is conducted in 5 stages, and we wish everyone luck in the great New Year's lottery, while today we will have the last stage and we'll find out the last 8 lucky winners, who they will be. Firstly, let's read the reviews from the winners of last week's lottery stage. I am grateful to everyone for this luck. An iPhone 12 Pro is our very first victory in life. I am still very happy and smiling from this win. My husband is a very reserved person and never shows his emotions, but this day was different. I was beyond happy for my husband who won in the lottery. He truly deserves this, as this is our family business and it is very exciting. By buying a package, we didn't even think of the lottery at all. It so happened that we have doubled the victory. We know that this is just the beginning of more wonders, and we are beyond grateful for being a part of such a grandiose project as Gem4Me marketspace. Thank you for all the Gem4Me members of the board of directors and our sponsors Aya Mikheeva and Erki Makhanova. Believe in miracles, they do happen. Happy New Year to everyone. Lucia Akhmetyanova from Ufa, Russia, winner of an iPhone 12 mini. Dear friends, Happy New Year to everyone, and I wish you all great health and major accomplishments. From the very moment I spontaneously joined Gem4Me on April 13th of 2019, miracles started happening. This is now my 3rd iPhone that I've won in the lotteries. Also, I've accumulated enough points to visit our corporate holiday trip in Bali. The application itself offered me major opportunity to change my life. I tell other people whom I respect and whom I like about it. These people also deserve to change their lives for the better. Receiving a gift is wonderful, yet I am confident that we have plenty more major accomplishments ahead of us with our Gem4Me and people who help its development. I truly wanted to thank our board of directors, who are real professionals. I'm also grateful to Igor Kiryukhin and Irina Antonenkova. They are always available and ready to help at any given moment. A special gratitude to Alexey Uvarov and Andrew Vitko, who are inputting major efforts in the development of our company, and I am beyond happy to have met so many wonderful people in Gem4Me. Prosperity to all. Yelena Butikova from Khabarovsk, Russia, winner of an iPad. A major gratitude to our board of directors for organizing a celebratory lottery in which anyone wishing was able to participate and receive a gift for the new year. I simply could not even imagine being one of the winners and was beyond excited for 2 days. I am now even more confident in our project. I would like to sincerely wish wellness, prosperity, and happiness to everyone in the new year. We are very grateful to our team for the hard work. Let the experience you've gained help you realize your goals, and let you all be triumphant in their attainment. And without any further ado, let's set off the last stage of our lottery, during which we'll find out the last 8 lucky winners who will take brand new devices with them today. As you can see, the lottery prize is rather marvelous this time, and over the course of the whole lottery period, we gifted amazing and modern devices to the lucky winners, and without any further ado, let's get right to our last stage. Traditionally, our first category is drafting prizes between those who purchase the Go packages, and the prize fund in this category is 2 Samsung Galaxy A41, a great and modern cell phone for conducting work on it and remaining connected. Let's find out who will be the first lucky winner of today, who will take the first device of the last stage. And it is Zareta Dukaeva from Grozny, Russia, and it is very well deserved. Let's get to the second Samsung now, and the second winner today turns out to be Lyudmila Sidarenko from Vladikavkaz, Russia. Congratulations to both winners, and let's keep up the hard work. We are looking forward to your reviews. And now, let's move on to the second category, in which the gift is iPad tablets, stylish devices for buyers and sponsors of biz packages. Let's find out who will be lucky enough to take the last iPads of today's lottery. And first is Erna Simakovic from Belarus. Congratulations, and we hope you truly enjoy your brand new device. Let's move on to the second lucky winner of this category today, and the second iPad is taken by Nadezhda Yeremenko from Krasnoyarsk, Russia. Congratulations, Nadezhda, and we wish you all the best luck with your brand new devices. Your hard work has paid off, and luck smiled at you. And now our third category is for buyers and sponsors of premium packages with the price fund of iPhone 12 mini, a fresh new gadget from Apple. Let's get right to it, and the first prize is taken by Irina Shokharova from Moscow, Russia. Congratulations, and let's now move on to finding out the second lucky winner of this category of the marvelous iPhone 12 mini. And it looks like the lucky winner is Tomasz Duncuk from Poland. Congratulations on your lucky win today, and congratulations to both the winners in this category so far. And now, let's get to the most prestigious category of prizes, which is for buyers and sponsors of Invest packages, where the prize is a brand new and stunning iPhone 12 Pro. Let's see who the lucky two winners of this great gadget will be today. Let's do the first iPhone 12 Pro, and it is taken by Yelena Zakharushkina from Samara, Russia. A well-deserved victory for Yelena. And now, the last prize of the lottery, the last iPhone 12 Pro, goes to Junko Tagashi from Japan. This is great and exciting to see the last prize to go to Japan. And we congratulate all the lucky winners of the whole lottery this time, and thank you to everyone who participated. And on this note, I would like to thank you for your time and wish you profound weeks full of earnings and accomplishments. Thank you for your time, and until we meet next time.